versus Wade being overturned. They're out here to protest Roe versus Wade. They're out here fighting for their right to kill their babies. And less than a week ago, they were out celebrating Mother's Day. Sounds very hypocritical to me.
S.U.P.K.
I done put my life on the line and I see, I don't think they understand me. No. Look me in my eyes, you can tell I'm a G. I know they don't understand me. No. I do it for my fam that's behind me, my team. And I hope you understand me. I ain't have a dollar, all I had was a dream. So I'ma make them understand.
For you to live, have another one and abort that one too. That's the way America thinks. Just like Egypt did thousands of years ago. You know, Exodus 20. You know, Exodus 20 and 13. This is not new. This is one of the reasons why we should not be aborting our babies. All across this country today, Black, Native, and Hispanic women are marching in front of courthouses and city halls to protest the Roe versus Wade being overturned. They're out here to protest Roe versus Wade. They're out here fighting for their right to kill their babies. And less than a week ago, they were out celebrating Mother's Day. Sounds very hypocritical to me. Sounds about as hypocritical as it gets. You know what I'm saying? Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
What?
Thou shalt not kill.
Obey your baby.
Thou shalt not kill.
Understand, God said thou shalt not kill. Aborting babies is literally murder. Because if I killed a pregnant woman like this brother would bring it up, I would be going down for a double homicide. Not just one child, not just one person, a double homicide. So if abortion isn't a sin, why can I go down for a double homicide? But when you abort your child, no murder charges are pressed. But the fact I can go down for a double homicide proves that abortion is murder. Read out from the top.
The book of Exodus, chapter 13, chapter 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill. It can't get any simpler than that. That is very plain and simple. Your body, your choice, when you're choosing to murder, you're choosing to be a murderer. You're choosing to be a criminal, a vagabond, a very vile woman by choosing to abort your child. You know what I'm saying? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and the delicate woman among you.
The tender and delicate woman among you, remember, Black, Hispanic, and Native women are very tender, very delicate. They are so soft, but that's a double-edged blade. They are very emotional. They are very one-sided and choose what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Read that from the top again.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
That's how delicate and tender our women were. They were so tender that they could not walk. They had to be carried around. They were some true princesses. That's what women of Israel were. Black, Hispanic, and Native women, they were carried everywhere. They were precious. They had value back. Read.
Her eye shall be evil towards her husband.
Her eyes shall be evil towards her husband. How is the Black, Hispanic, and Native woman's eye evil towards her husband? Oh, there's so many ways to prove it, but let me stay on topic. The Black, Hispanic, and Native woman eye is evil towards her husband, towards her brother, towards the Black look at the history of Roe vs. Wade, it was a white woman who lied about a gang of black men raping her. And she didn't want to keep the baby. That's how Roe vs. Wade was approved. By a white woman lying on black men. And she admitted it not too long after it was approved. Not too long afterwards, she admitted that she lied. That famous Roe that y'all love so much hates black men. And when you support Roe vs. Wade, you are literally saying you hate black men too. Because you want to approve and support what she has done to black men by saying that black men are rapists, so it's okay to abort your baby. Abortion is a sin. Read that from the top.
And toward her young one, pretender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Her eyes are evil. Anybody more on that? Hold on, let's read, let's finish that.
Verse 57, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things.
Why do women abort their kids? Why do black, Hispanic, and Native women abort their children? Why are their eyes evil towards their children? Let me tell you why. It's for the want of all things. It's for gain. She has plans on getting rich. It's for her career. It's for, because the Christian pastor says she can't support a baby right now. It's because her mother says you gotta do what you gotta do. That's why. It's for the want of all things. Her eyes is evil towards her husband, her brother, her sons, her daughters, the child that is coming from between her legs. That is abortion. And it is an evil and wicked thing that America is pushing amongst black, Hispanic, and Native women. It can't get much more evil than that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on. Drop down to 59. Drop down to 59.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 59. Then the Lord will make the plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and for long countenance, and sore sickness, and the long continuance. Verse 60.
Look, let me understand this. How many people have died from COVID in the past 2 years in America? How many people? About 500,000. In the past 2 years, how many people have died from abortions? How many children of black, Hispanic, and Native descent have died from abortions? Let me tell you, almost 600 million. Almost 600 million of us have died from abortion. Even when abortions were being slowed down in 2020, when it was slowed down a bit, they were still giving it to us. Because they want black, Hispanic, and Native children to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is literally a plague. Abortion is a plague that is on black, Hispanic, and Native people. It's because of our greed for the want of all things. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get on. Let's get Job 39 and 16. It is absolutely a terrible plague for us to abort our children. You don't know what's going to happen with that child. You don't know what the future has for that child. But you abort the child due to your own selfishness, due to your own lust and desires. You know what I'm saying? Ready? Read.
The book of Job, chapter 39, verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones.
She is soft and delicate.
She is hardened against her young ones.
She loves them.
She is hardened against her young ones.
Let me tell you something. The black, Hispanic, and Native women are hardened against their young ones because they want abortions, they want their time, they want their careers, they want everything else but that child that God has blessed them with. That is absolute hatred. Your heart has been hardened against your loved ones. Finish that up.
As though they were not hers.
You abort your child as if it's not yours. Ain't that what y'all say? You don't want this child? You want nothing to do with it? You hate that child like it's not yours. That's about as dangerous as it gets for a nation to be.
Right.
Because if we can't multiply, which is like the first law given to us, what's going to happen? America and the rest of the world have been trying to practice genocide on black, Hispanic, and Native people forever. And they have put it in overdrive since 1492. Read that from the top.
She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers.
Oh, anymore?
Her labor is in vain, without fear.
It is all in vain. She has no fear of doing it either. You know what I'm saying? She don't care that God said thou shalt not murder. She don't care that God said thou shalt multiply, be fruitful and multiply. She don't care for that. All she cares about is her own lust and desires. Get Matthew 5, get Psalm 127. All she cares about her own lust and desires. How are we going to grow as a nation and as a people if you keep on killing the babies? We will not be able to grow. We will continue to be subjected to a beast of a nation and continue to have our necks underneath these people's feet because we can't multiply. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 127, verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward.
Our children are a reward from God.
Right.
No matter what the circumstances are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women like to use the excuse for abortion, whether it's rape or incest. Do you know how many people actually get impregnated from a rape? Less than 1%. Less than 1%. How many people get impregnated from incest? Less than 1%. Incest is a sin itself. So that rape scenario when it comes to abortion, it means nothing. Because if you do get a child, guess what? That child is a reward. That child comes straight from God. But through your own lust and desires and hatred, you want to abort the child. Which can't get much eviler than that. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop there. Let's get Isaiah 49 and 15. It is absolutely a disgusting thing to abort your child. You know what I'm saying? God gave me that child for a reason. It don't matter what anybody said. You got that up? Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 15. Can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb?
Can a mother forget her suckling child and not have compassion on it? It's a very simple question. And the answer is about to get real because, you know, if a mother's a real mother, she's never going to forget that child. She's going to remember that child forever. And this is going to show you the evils of abortion. This is going to show you the problems with abortions. Read.
Yea, they may forget, yet will not forget thee.
Yeah, they may forget. They may. Guess what? These black, Hispanic, and Native women are forgetting today. That's why they are aborting their child. That's why there's all this neglect going on with the children right now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a hatred in our heart that we gotta fix. Read.
Verse 16. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands.
with your children. You cannot forget to suckle them. You cannot forget to take care of them. When you are murdering them, you are forgetting. You are forgetting. You don't care. It's not on your mind. You know what I'm saying? You have no concern for those children that you are supposed to raise. Because America, a country that hates black, Hispanic, and Native guts, says it's okay for you to abort your baby. And take all the power away from the man. The man has no right to say, keep that child. But let me tell you something. The only choice you had was to keep those legs closed. You did not have to open them. Now you got a child, deal with the responsibility. Y'all both should, man and woman, raise that child. Read
the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 30. And say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Verse 31. Wherefore, ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets.
Understand me. We are killing prophets when you are having an abortion. We are killing all the prophets when you are having an abortion. And you want me to prove that? I'm about to prove that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what child it is in your womb. You know nothing. But God knows who that child is. God knows that child that's in your womb if it's a prophet or not. And you just having all types of abortion, there is a good chance you are killing one of God's prophets. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
God said before he formed us in the belly. How are we formed in the belly? Who knows how is a person formed in the belly? Let me tell you something. Before you are formed in the belly, you are a sperm. God knew you when you were a sperm. Didn't you hit the egg and become a zygote and all that other stuff? God knew us before we were formed in the womb. When we were sperm, he knew us. And guess what? Guess how he knew us? Read.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
You don't think having an abortion is actually murder? You don't think having an abortion is actually killing a priest and a prophet? God knows before we are even formed in the belly if we are a priest or a prophet.
Right.
God knows that, so we are that same generation killing the prophets of old. Because we are possibly killing those same prophets today. You know what I'm saying? Read that from the top again.
Before I formed thee, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Let me tell you something, because you don't know that child that's in that woman's womb. But it's not giving you the right to abort it, because God knows that child. That means that is the Most High's prophet.
That's right.
We are his priests and prophets. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that child, but you are murdering somebody that God knows. You know what I'm saying? You don't think it's a life, but God knows it. So it's obviously a life. You know when a child starts having a heartbeat? About 6 weeks in. About 6 weeks in from the pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? You can't even have an abortion legally before that. So it has to have a heartbeat. And this country that you love so much actually okays you to kill a child with a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Drop that. Drop that. Let's get on. Let's get on. Isaiah 44:24. And this is more proof that he knew us before he formed us. This is more proof right here. God does not make mistakes. We was in that room way before. I mean, he knew us way before we was in that room. You know what I'm saying? You got that up?
Read. The book of Isaiah, chapter 23, verse 24. Slakia, chapter 44, verse 24. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. Who formed us from the womb? Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, for he formed thee from the womb. The doctor formed us from the womb. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, for he formed thee from the womb. Our mothers formed us from the womb. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, for he formed thee from the womb. God formed us from the womb. God created that child. That is God's baby. He put it in your womb. How many times in a while does a person, do people have sex? How often? How often does intercourse happen? How often does a woman get pregnant? There are people struggling to get pregnant right now. You know what I'm saying? Babies will not come every time you have sex. You know why? Because God formed it from the womb. So when you have an abortion, you are killing what God has formed. That's right. Read. I am the Lord that maketh all things. The Lord makes all things. He made me. He made you. He made all things. Including that baby that is in the room that you are about to murder. That baby that you are about to slaughter. That is in your stomach. God made it. But y'all think it's okay to murder. Y'all think it's okay to kill what God has formed. Because it's her body, her choice. That is such a disgusting phrase. Any more of that on? That stretches forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. Look, it takes a lot for the Most High to create that baby. He stretched forth the heavens to create.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.